All right. So Tanisha, will we be seeing you at all in this little program we're doing?
Yes, sir. You just like you saw me last Monday and the other Monday you weren't on there. I was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yes, you
Mm-hmm.
will. And you get to see my
I
picture. Don't y'all see that picture of me up there?
I don't.
do.
I don't.
I
Mm.
see it.
That's the picture you used on the when you came to Atlanta
Oh,
on
yeah, of
our the
course.
cover. That
Yeah.
picture.
All right. Well, if we do not have a lot of people, I would like to make sure that anything that we can cover today would be, we always cover three things every Monday, and I want to cover the three things you guys want to cover. So, Sean, I already know what you want to cover, so you can give me another one if you want. You got a second thing?
Um, I don't know. I'm running. I'm no,
Okay,
no.
we're good. So I got the one for you already. Tanisha, anything you want me to cover?
Not in particular, just everything that you cover in the channel, just learning how to navigate it, just the
Hmm.
opportunities, just
Okay,
things of that nature, how we bring other people in, the stuff that we've been talking about and kind of know. So I'm just interested in all of the aspect of it and bringing people to the channel, things of that nature, marketing,
super.
all of that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start off my talk with I'm gonna start them off with Malcolm Gladwell. So here we go. Malcolm Gladwell is probably the biggest reason that I believe effort every day turns into a tipping point. This gentleman here has written some of the best books I've ever read, listened to, and applied. And so we have Outliers, which is about applying 10,000 hours. There's a tipping point, which is basically a 10,000 hours and how that tips into your favor when you do something every day. Blink is noticing things subconsciously that don't make sense. I wasn't really as impressed with Talking to Strangers. Love David and Goliath, the best explanation of why when you are small and thinking that you are not big enough for the giant, that the giant is not as big as you think he is. And all these other books, Mafia Bombers being one of my favorites. So I want to welcome Orly Moore. Orly, how are you doing?
I am fabulous. How are you?
Good. I'm glad to see that you're
I
in
invited
your.
a couple of people. I hope you don't mind.
If you invited up to 1 million people, it's fine. Over 1 million, we're not really wanting that.
Yeah, 1,000,001 is not going to work. I got it. All right. Gotcha, gotcha,
So,
gotcha.
so on my book, my first 60 years, it says under 1 billion sold.
Oh,
and
nice.
and I'm pretty sure I'll be alive to see that ribbon stay that way.
Oh,
You,
that's nice.
you,
I like that.
you will, and that is awesome and a great book. And I haven't finished it, but just how you put a fact under the bottom of every page of all the countries that you went through and certain things. I love that book.
Well, Tanisha, you will love Orly. Orly, Tanisha is the acronym queen. She's also an amazing leader and connector like yourself in the Atlanta area. We have an event in Atlanta at the end of the month. It's the 30th. It's a Christian event called One Day Can Change Your Life. So, for those interested in that, you can text me if you don't know my number. You can
I'm going to
chat.
Atlanta tomorrow. I can't do it again. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, no, you can't. Okay. Well, um, let's go. Let's start off with every Monday is about having a different experience on the Smile channel. So the first one is the Smile channel. The second one is more the marketing aspect. The third one is the networking aspect, and the third one is the review aspect. So this one is geared a little more towards the marketing. And as you can see, Orly is marketing effectively with her backdrops, changing them subconsciously and consciously for us to be inundated with the amount of talent and opportunity that she brings to the world. So we have another. Oh, wow. We have Antonio here. All right. So cool.
And you're going to have Summer who's coming in, and Jessica Koch is
Sean,
coming. She knows
I'm
you.
going to make you a co-host so you can let people in. And Orly, I'm going to make you a co-host so you can let people in as well.
Okay.
Okay. Jessica Koch says she knows you.
Well, it's the truth. I would like to say it's not the truth. So, Antonio, we have a surprise for you, by the way.
You have a surprise
I have it for Antonio.
for
And by the way,
Antonio.
anyone
Okay.
that's here today, you get a big gift from Sean. Sean, can I tell him you're gonna create an expose for them?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've been doing this thing about exposés, and ironically, of all things, if you go to the expose page, we're going to go ahead. I'm making a book called 10 and 10 with 100 people. And the first person is, of course, Antonio. Antonio, are you blown away? So let me tell you what I love about this man, Antonio. He is fearless and he constantly smiles and says, in the way he smiles, I want to change the world. This is Sean's attempt, without very much information from you, on an expose page. So Sean's going to make this better, but this is what he did for you today. And so, what do you think, Antonio? I can't hear you. I mean, you might be Arn as far as
I'm
there you go.
Sean.
There you go. And Antonio's fixing the his mic. So this is the first one, and Orly, we want to have you in on the show soon. This is my mentor, Barry Shore. This is Beth Robbins, probably one of the strongest people on the site. And Nancy Wolf just bought a membership for the Smile Channel for the AI conference that's happening in 2 days. So the reason I'm showing these is to show you that we're printing a book in roughly 4 weeks with 100 people that make a difference in the world. And their QR codes go to their website, they go to the Instagram, they go to their show. And these are people that have been on the Smile Channel for an interview, for a show. So Orly, I need to do yours as soon as possible. You're the person that has made a huge difference in my life. But you recognize some of these people, don't you? That's the guy who created Uggs.
Yes, I met him in person and I shared a stage with him.
So these are a combination of
There's
designs for expose pages
Stephanie.
for, yeah, and she brought you here, Orly, ironically, and yet we are friends from 10 years ago at least, right? Maybe
Yeah,
even more.
ironically.
Yes, it is ironic. And she's got all these cool events, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12,
Yes,
12.
I love that. I love that. She told me about it this morning. We spoke. Yeah.
So this is a culmination of pages that are going to be in a book called 10, 10 with 100 people that are,
Jeffrey Gitomer. I love
yep.
him.
And by the way, Jeffrey's been on my show 4 times, which is
I need to
insane
talk to
because
him.
he's actually he's someone I thought would never take the time to be on a show, but he spends time talking with me. So that's
Yeah,
pretty,
he's
he's a generous
so
person. Wow,
yeah,
look, all these
he's
people
so
are coming
down to
in.
earth.
So if you'd like your expose page done, put it in the chat and then schedule a show, please, as soon as
Hey,
possible.
Kenny
And
Jr.
by the way, we have to change this, Sean, because he doesn't like that haircut anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I can do that.
So, uh, Ogden, they both, his brother played for the Ravens. I mean, these are really kind of cool people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, does anyone know who Neil Patel is? Raise your hand if you know who Neil Patel is. Okay. Antonio, are you ready for this? Number one marketer in the world, possibly. Am I right,
Mm-hmm.
Orly?
Yep.
I
Number
mean,
one.
yeah, you look at me and then go up about a couple thousand, you get to Neil Patel.
Yeah, I mean literally more than even Alex Hormozy.
Yes, and to be really brutal, he says,
Brutal.
yeah, well, brutal to myself actually. The brutal is um, these books mean nothing to him because they're so small compared to what he's doing in the world, and that's
Mm-hmm.
that's the first author I've ever heard say the books don't matter, and I'm at the top of my game. So
For
kind of
sure.
crazy.
Yes.
So, moving along, Nick is an amazing guy. He rode bulls and fell off the bull so many times he had head injuries. He was on my show recently, and he said, "Ken, I'll be on your show, but I need 3 hours to do mental work before I can actually make sense." He does exercise with his mind for 3 hours before he goes on it. And he's a comedian on top of it all. So,
Oh, nice. I love that.
and she
Yeah,
wrote
I
a
read
song.
into it. So I read into him a bit.
Yeah,
Um,
it's pretty
when
cool,
I was
isn't he?
making, yep, for sure.
Very
So
cool.
this guy OJ Brigance, he has ALS. He was a Super Bowl champion for the Ravens, Antonio. And my brother died of ALS, and he only does one show a year, and he does it with his eyes on a computer. And he picked my show. Um, he said my
Wow.
brother was not an ALS victim. He says my brother was an ALS warrior, and
Wow.
it blew me away that he would he would pick me of all the people in the world. I mean, just crazy.
That is
So
amazing.
these are people that are changing the world.
Auntie, hold on. Go back. Oh, it's not the same pretty. Is
but
it?
you would love her, Orly, and
It is
she
our
belongs on your
Priti.
cruise.
It's our pretty?
Orly, it is our Priti, yes.
It's
Oh.
always our Prithi,
No,
and
pretty. We
and
we
she's a
just met her in
wonderful and she's
person
a
in our
wonderful
in the
Prithi.
Toronto. Yeah, that's wonderful.
And by the way, it's funny, Antonio. She lives, I think, in Canada,
Yeah, she lives in Toronto.
and she can change your life because she loves the Smile Channel so much that when she loves the Smile Channel, what does she really love? She loves the people in the community.
Of course.
So
Well, she
going
definitely
back,
loves me in summer.
this guy here, I cannot emphasize enough. One of the most mind-blowing shows I did, and just a really, really cool guy too. He goes on mountains and gets clear about who he is. He does meditation for an hour a day every day, and he goes on mountains and just meditates for days at a time. It's just crazy. Cool. Rihan has over 17 million followers. He's in Pakistan. These are just really cool people. Notice the word Master Chief. Master Chief. Look that up, how big that is in the world to be that. And he's such a vibrant, cool guy. He has a book called I Want What You Got. And I'll share
Nice.
what this the story is. He went to a nurse in a hospital and he said something like this, "How are you?" And she goes, like it's been a day. And she said, "How are you?" And he goes, "I'm at my best. I'm having the best day of my life. Loving it." Right. And she says, "I want what you got." And he wrote a book about it.
That's awesome.
That
I
we
love
can all have what you got if you actually embrace it.
it.
This guy right here is in San Diego. He has
I
brought
know who
so
he
many.
is.
Yes, there you go. Orly, is this amazing group of people here?
Yeah, of course.
Sharon
And
Lecter
there's
was
our
just in,
friend, Sharon
and
Lecter.
she was just in Freedom Fest. I photographed her on
Oh,
stage.
nice.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Very
And this
nice.
is the Sean Crosby as a
Sean.
wrestler, as a
Uh,
wrestler.
Sean.
yeah.
I was waiting for him to have his shirt, no shirt, and just have tattoos
Right?
across saying Neem. But
It's
anyway,
Right.
a terrible picture.
there's our Tanisha Carroll, who is on the
Awesome.
beach with her family. And
Yeah.
here's Vince Baker, who is number one on the
So are
chart.
you doing this for everybody? What is the deal here?
I'm doing this for anybody that steps up big in the Smile Channel.
Okay.
So not everybody. There's 8 billion people in the world, and I'm committed to do it for only a billion. Only a billion.
Okay,
That's it.
that's not bad.
Not bad.
I want to be a part of that billion for
Antonio
sure.
told me, when I told Antonio, I said a million. He goes, Ken, you're playing too small. So Antonio, thank you for having me add more. This is William Paul
Okay.
Young, who wrote The Shack.
So I invited Summer here, if I can introduce her eventually.
Yes,
Hey,
you will.
I know that guy.
Yeah, and by the way, one of the best movies of all time, The Shack. I mean, crazy good. And so
Mm.
that's we're at the last one. So my point is, are you reading books that change your life? Are you meeting people that change your life? And this particular Monday meeting is way later than I want to have it, but we wanted to be courteous to the West Coast because the West Coasters, they just sleep until 10, right? So I want to give a chance for everyone to say no more than 2 minutes, a minute preferred, 2 minutes, who you are, how you bring smiles to the world. Let's bring Dennis in before we actually announce
I
this.
just did.
Okay, thank you. So, who you are, how you bring smiles to the world, and how we can support you. Oh, and last one, fourth, where you're calling in from. We're going to start with Sean since he was the first one here, and Sean, you're going to pick the next person, and so on. So, Sean, you're first. And by the way,
Okay.
Sean created the store that allowed this shirt and about 20 other shirts to happen. And Orly, your shirt's going to be on a store. Anybody that has a shirt, Tanisha, your acronym shirt will be on the store. So, Sean, it's your floor.
My name's Sean Crosby. I'm a content creator out of Baltimore, Maryland. Designer on the Smile Channel team, and a content creator on the Smile Channel team. And we have the Neiman Smiley show. And I bring happiness and smiles to the world by creating this content that it's called Write That Down, where like I'm like holding a pen in my mouth and I'm basically translating what the people are saying, and then I go write that down, and then I read it back, and then go, is that correct? And
Can I give an example real quick?
yep, yep.
All right. So this guy is brilliant, and ironically, before I share this, I want to say I saw his material on Instagram. There's no way honestly in Antonio a million years that I would believe I'd meet this guy. He actually is 30 minutes from my house. We get together for lunch every day now. I know every week
Mhm.
now. And we do buffets because buffets allow you to really enjoy Indian food and Thai food and all this stuff. So anyway, I this guy's got 120,000 followers and he's in my backyard. So how are we playing to connect with people like Orly? How are we connecting to play with people like Tanisha and Sean and everyone on this? By the way, everyone here, your connection doubles or triples or quadruples or more if you actually synergize it. So I want to show you this wonderful person. I'm gonna share just something arbitrarily. So we're gonna go with this one that has 6.9. Right?
Would you consider yourself neurodivergent?
Okay. I don't like
I don't really know what that mean, but
all right. We're gonna do another. Is that you want that one or do you want this one?
Dios let the gunplay, man. Did this for me tour, man. I'm right here with my homegirl.
Big Daddy, y'all know the vibes. Y'all gonna see me open up for my boy Lefty Gunplays. I'll see y'all
Write
there.
that down.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Okay, as far God, what's the deal with your boy Lefty Gunplay? The This On Me tour. I'm right here with my homegirl. Big Daddies, y'all know the vibes. Y'all going to, they opened up for my boy Lefty Gunplay. So I'll see y'all later. Brrr. I'll see y'all there. Brrr. Is that correct?
Dios let the gunplay, man. Did this for me tour, man. I'm right here with my homegirl.
Big Daddy, y'all know the vibes. Y'all gonna see me open up for my boy Lefty Gunplays.
I'll give you a
see
heart
y'all
on
there.
that one, and we'll stop it, and we'll stop sharing screen. The reason I'm going to show this to you is every day he finds great videos of people that are sharing humor we don't even know exists, and he brings it to light. And he never makes fun of anyone. He's friends with most of the people that he actually gives love to. Is that true, Sean?
That is true.
And your book coming out is?
It is, write that down. You are powerful.
And because you have a co-host, would you like to share what the cover looks like real quick?
I don't actually have it on my laptop.
All right, well, I'll do it myself because it's
Okay.
actually amazing. I'm going to show it from this, and then Sean, we're going to have you show the screen of the store you made it. And by the way, anyone who has a shirt that brings positivity to the world, I'm encouraging you to, the number one problem that people have with a store is they don't have traffic. And so their shirts don't sell and they feel demoralized. Here it is. This is the book I'm so proud to represent. Can people see that okay? Write that down. And what does it say underneath, Sean?
Sean Neem Crosby.
No, I'm talking about here.
Oh, you are powerful.
Yes. So, Sean, would you like to take one extra, since he's here all the time on every single one extra minute? Why are you powerful? How did that be the subtitle? What did you do to overcome something?
That became the subtitle because I got hit by a car in 2012 on the job, and I lost the use of my right arm through a brachial plexus injury. I mean, my shoulder works. I can move my arm some, but my hand's paralyzed, and pretty much my whole entire right arm's paralyzed
How many
from the
surgeries?
shoulder down. On the arm, it was one massive nerve surgery. That was like an 8-hour surgery. Then I
How
had
many total?
probably my jaw, my femur, my tibia, my fibula, my collarbone. Probably 7.
Yeah. So, Sean is probably one of the most beautiful people I've ever met. From a spirit to he cares. He's a good person. Orly, I'd pay for him to be on your cruise. That's how much I love this guy. Right. So, it's interesting, but I don't know how much he needs me, but I need a person like him to know that he is loved and he is important and he's doing great things. So
Thank you. I love you too, Dr. Smiley.
thank you. So, Sean, you made a beautiful store on the site. Antonio, if you had a shirt that had something on your shirt, what would it say? I can't hear you. You're on the. We'll go to Orly for a second. Orly, what would yours say on your shirt? What would your shirt say?
My shirt would say 500 impacted. Impact. It would say a big impact word on there.
Okay.
500,000 impacted by 2030 is my goal.
Okay.
We reached the 2 million we reached the 200 million by November 2024. Now it's time to up and up a notch.
So I want you to rethink your shirt. Your shirt is actually the goal. I want you to rethink the hook. The hook. You just gave me my hook because of what you said. You want to hear my hook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it my hook now?
No, you can have it if you want. I'll give you credit for it because you caused it. You ready for this?
Yeah.
And by the way, this is not mine. This is Carlin Shaw. She is in Vietnam. She's honestly fighting to make a living so she can live there because it's very expensive to live in the United States. And she allowed me to have the trademark and be a partner with her. And so I bought the trademark. But my shirt would be simple. It'd say, smile. It's a choice. That would be mine. And I just came up with that because of Orly. So we're going to go round robin. It's going to be a little different today. So we'll go to Tanisha. Tanisha, what's your shirt say? And Tanisha, you're still mute. Dino, unmute. You're next.
Yeah, my shirt, that's easy. I am not public opinion driven. If I was, I wouldn't behave this way.
I love it. I love just the first part.
All right. Pick somebody, Dino. For shirt, just for shirt. We're doing
Just for the shirt?
Yeah, just for the shirt.
My
How about Summer?
Summer, let's go, Summer.
Okay, no more excuses. Get you done now.
Love it. You do
Yeah, I
know a
like that
shirt,
one.
when you wear it, everyone sees it. They also see that you embody it because it's on your body. You embody it. So, Summer, pick somebody.
Nancy.
Nancy, go for it.
Be unstoppable, 1% better every day.
Love it. And by the way,
Ooh, I
Nancy
like
plays so
that.
big. Every one of you need to connect with her. She is someone I keep running into. You know what it is about Cream? Cream Rises. She is the cream. She is awesome. Nancy, I'm so proud of all you're doing. I know you're going through
Thank
a lot of
you.
stuff, and we're all praying.
And I'm going to be on the show on Thursday.
I know you are. She never stops. She never stops. By the way, Nancy, it makes sense. Talk to Orly. You'll be in with people that are unstoppable. All right. Nancy, pick the person.
Bang.
Oh, sorry. Let's see.
My mute just came off. My bad.
Oh, actually, Tanisha, go ahead.
I would say, be yourself. BEURSELF. Be yourself, because everyone else is already taken.
Boom.
That.
Okay, pick somebody. We got Marcia.
Marsha.
Hey, first of all, I love you, Dr. Smiley. I miss you, my buddy. My brother. I love you.
Thank you.
Miss you.
Thank you.
So
You
good
look
to see you
wonderful.
again. Thank you.
You
Thank
you
you.
you've changed your hair a little bit.
I've cut off all my big hair. I've dropped 50 pounds. I've moved to the DMV. So, Sean, I'm in your neck of the woods now.
Oh my
And
gosh. Are
Okay.
you serious?
yeah.
So I have to gain 50 pounds. I have to grow the hair, and we're gonna get some attention over here.
I love it.
And
And my
Marcia, do you know
shirt,
Orly?
um, we have met. We've crossed
Well,
paths
magic
before.
will happen. I
Yes.
promise you.
Yes.
She introduced me to so many amazing people that were social impact specialists. We'll call it that.
Outstanding. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we're in a similar field, so
And
I'm looking forward
Marcia,
to
every one
getting
of
to
your
know
books
you.
are freaking amazing. Freaking amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I,
Thank you. I
I hope one
appreciate
day
likewise.
I hope one day I can step up that you say I get to do one with you.
Let's do that
I,
together, me and
I
you.
I love your hair, man. I'm telling you, I just want
Thank
to add
you.
it to here.
I'm gonna keep growing. This is gonna be a long mohawk.
All right, so who do you pick? You got anyone else here?
Yeah. So, well, my shirt would say either amplify your life or live courageously now. So,
I'm gonna tell you the shirt that I think you and I are doing together.
yes.
Amplify your impact. That'd be the shirt I do with Marja. Marja shows up
Yeah.
at every freaking big event. I'm like, Why is it happening that I don't get to do a shirt with her? Every time I look at her, she goes, "You don't have this top happening right here."
Let's do it.
Let's
I'm
do
I'm
it. Let's
all
do it.
in. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Yes.
So,
All right.
Sean, we want to say everybody that picked a shirt, everyone that picked a shirt, I want you to know this. You go to the Smile channel, you
Mm-hmm.
send to him, and I do mean Sean, that you want your
Yep.
shirt here, and your shirt will be here.
Oh,
Any pretty
nice.
And
much
by the way, just so we're
any
clear,
design and
if you pick a shirt, it's a 50% partnership with us, and it's all traffic free. You don't pay anything. He will create the shirt. You push the shirt. And by the way, you can push the shirt outside the store, but if you push it inside the store, we're going to help promote it. That's the point. So, Sean,
Love
who are you
it.
picking next to talk?
let me look at the participants here. How about Christina Blue?
No, not Christina. Okay, I'm just kidding. Christina Blue
Okay.
is fantastic.
Well, I mean, we don't,
Christina
or we
Blue, are
can
you
pick
here?
somebody else. We can pick
No,
somebody else.
Christina Blue. We got Christina Blue. Who we got? Christina, you here? Okay, so pick someone that you can see.
Okay. How about Dino Klein?
I knew you were going to pick Dino Klein. Do not pick him. I'm just kidding. He looks too much like you. Okay, go ahead, Dino. It's you.
Another shirt.
Well, you can pick a shirt and you can talk about who you are and what we can do to help serve you.
I'm not sure about the help serving me, but I'm Dino, also known for Mr. Clean, also known for the Dino Show. So I just, I've known Ken's for, I don't know, 15, 18 years. And we connected on a heart level. So it's just about bringing positive energy into whatever situation. My goal is, and it's actually, I have to remind myself that it's a goal because it just automatically happens. Whatever situation I'm in, whatever interactions I'm in, that the people that I interacted with are better because of having an interaction with me. And that's pretty much how I live. And I just, you know, I don't want to sound too all holy or anyone else, but I start with a service mentality. How can I help? How can I help? How can I help? Who do I know that I can connect you with?
Okay, that's too
And
holier. That's too holier. That's not allowed on this
that's
program.
not allowed. Well, I'll get a shirt that has more holes in it. Like that bucket that you got. Ken got me this great bucket for hauling water, but it had all these holes in it.
So
Actually, no.
I asked Dino a very big question in the world. I said, "This is something. If you're going to be on my show, you're going to be on the platform. I need you to know that you can answer this." So there are three types of people in the world, and he says, "Ken, please tell me you've been around the world, and please tell me the three types of people in the world." And I said, "There are people that can count and those that can't." There you go. So Dino, pick the next person.
Um, did we hear from
By the way,
Nancy?
everyone's new because that was just the shirt rotation. This is all pretty close to why are you here? How can we serve you? And then we're going to go into there's going to be three things we're going to teach you today. Every time we teach you three.
Okay, Nancy.
And Marcia's calling some very important people. She has her hand. All right.
Marcia?
I'm from New York,
New York. Okay.
and how I serve people, I'm a Medicare agent, and I'm also training adults over 50 how to use AI so they can be more productive, save time.
Okay.
So the book that I'm working on myself is The Senior's Essential Guide to AI. You can teach an old dog new tricks, because I didn't start learning till I was 65.
I like that title.
That's a great title. That's a great title. So one of the classes we're going to do, it'll probably be next in August, but it's going to be how do you have the right background, the right lighting to be able to say your message without saying your message. That's going to be one of them, right? Because Antonio has a book coming out, and some of you have books coming out. Some of you already have books. I want you to have the backdrop working for you, all right? And some of you are a little too hot with the light, some are less hot with light, or too dark. And so I know some of you might be doing this because you're traveling, you're here because you're committed to this conversation. That's perfectly fine. It's all about how can we serve the people at the highest level accelerated. Accelerated. That's the point. All right. So, Nancy, who would you like to pick?
Tanisha.
Great.
I don't think she told us
I
what
don't
she
think
does.
she did. Tanisha, it's all you.
You know, I'm like Tanisha Carey. For a minute, I'm like, which Tanisha now? Yes, I am Tanisha Lachey Clancy. I am a servant leader, and I focus on empowering, impacting, and inspiring others to walk in their purpose. So I just like to spread light too, like the Dino show, and all those that are on here that like to give for the community. That's like my goal. And I'm in it, Georgia, Atlanta. I am in Atlanta.
Beautiful. Who would you like to pick?
Who I picked Margie last time. Who is that on that screen? I thought I don't see nobody. Dennis.
Dennis? I don't think you've talked, Dennis. Go ahead.
Dennis.
All you
Sorry,
do.
I've been in and out. My connection was bad, so I'm back in my home base.
And thank you for using the word
Yep.
Ken. Thank you for using the word Ken. Connection. That was beautiful. I felt that. So thank you.
Connection. My connection is stronger now. I don't have my t-shirt yet, so you can see I'm wearing a blank one today. Be the last time. But I spend a lot of time managing incentives, and I want to somehow get smiles in there. And my two-word purpose in life is unearthing treasures. So I'll let you play with that a little bit, Ken, and maybe you can come up with something better.
That's pretty good, actually. It's pretty good. All right, so we can get to the lessons. Who else has not spoken? Raise your hand so Dennis can pick you. Okay, Orly? No, Dennis, pick the person you want.
Summer.
Summer. Okay, good.
I'm a boring business strategy consultant.
Never
I
say it
make
again.
people's
Never
money.
say again.
Boring. When you say consultant, the first thing that happens in your mind is boring consultant. But I'm the one that doubles people's money because I think differently. My consultation is called Thought Partnership Collaboration. I come into my client's business as a thinking partner. I think differently, infuse some marketing insights, and change the way they work and make them money.
And you're on the site already? You're on the Smile channel?
I'm not. Preeti introduced us about a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And it went to junk mail. And then I pulled it out when I saw it and I replied to you. And that came back as mailer demon.
Gotcha. Well, I'll put my information in, but anyone who joins the Smile channel, you're in a community of one percenters. One percenters feed the world, they move the world, they cause the world, and they believe in the world. The 99 percenters, there's nothing wrong with them, but they're watching it. That's all. So you are all here because you either want to be a one percenter, which I am in that category. 1% is not meaning that you are. It means that you are willing to. You'll strive to. You will work to it. So where were you born, Summer?
I was born in India, but I've been in Canada for 21 years now.
Where in India? New Delhi?
Bangalore.
Bangalore.
From the south.
Okay, aap kaise hai?
That's Hindi. I don't speak Hindi.
Oh, you don't speak Hindi? Okay.
Can you speak Kannada? My language is called
I speak
Kannada.
Canadian too.
Not Canadian. Kannada.
Oh.
Yeah. Preeti comes from my neighboring province.
Yeah, Preeti
speaks Tamil.
Yeah, she's
and she lives about 30 minutes from me.
Yep.
Wow.
She's awesome. She's awesome. We love her. And you saw her expose, right?
Her t-shirt is previously boring, smiling guru. Or smile. I don't say ninja. There's a different word for ninja, but smiling namaste.
That's
Previously
pretty good. I
boring
like that.
consultant, now smiling namaste.
I would say from boring to jump board to happiness. That's pretty good too. By the way, Dennis, awesome creativity. Who else would you like to pick, Summer? Raise your
I
hand if
had
you have not
somebody
been
in
called.
mind. Orly, my best friend, of course.
Bring it, Orly.
For those of you who don't know me, Orly Amor, I am known as a business coach for public speakers and entrepreneurs, and still the only one in the world that guarantees you'll make 150K your first year in public speaking, or I work with you until you do. My condolences in advance. If you ever do decide to work with me, you have me for life. So sorry. I'm working on right now a couple of things. I'll put the information in the chat. We have a weekly networking event called the Speakers Exchange. It's really awesome. I invite you to come to that. It's completely free. I'll put that information in the chat. I have a 2-day intensive called Master Your Message, which is an online intensive 2-day event, which is absolutely amazing and transformational. It's only $27, worth every penny. And then we have the cruise. We're going on a cruise, the Speakers and Authors Cruise, which Ken was a part of a few of them back then when I started it all. And then, I've been doing this since 2012. I think Ken came on 2016, 17, and 18, if I'm not mistaken. And pretty cool, huh? And
Very
he's
cool.
our photographer. We still have pictures on our walls here in our new house with Ken's umbrella publishing,
Syndicate,
whatever
yes.
that is right now.
Yeah.
And
I just wanted to add that you brought people on that you would never be able to reach in the real world. It was insane. You had people that had 500,000 followers, 100,000 followers. Just it's like me and Sean on a ship. I mean, come on.
I'd love to have you there. And the last but not least, we're doing a live event in Loveland, Colorado at the end of October. If you want more information, let me just put it in the chat, and I'd love to have a one-to-one with each and every one of you to find out how I can support you. I'm also trademark the Millionaire Connector, and Ken, I will be Dr. Orly Amor on the 22nd of this month. Whoop, whoop. Okay, just one.
Do I get to go to the event?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where is it?
I would love that.
I would love it too.
When I get to where Stephanie Keys is coming to.
Oh, really? Are you serious? That's awesome. Okay,
yeah,
good.
It's real serious. Yeah.
Is it in California or Florida?
No, it's in Florida.
Okay, good.
Easier to come
Easier,
to.
easier, way easier. Yes.
In Melbourne.
All right. Anyone else before we start the three? So I'm going to Marja. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marja Simon. I'm the CEO of Author Writers Academy, and I'm an international speaker, best-selling author. We've helped over 100 people around the world become best-selling authors, amplifying their mission, vision, and purpose in the world so that they can reach more people and have a greater impact in the world.
Oh my God, Marja, you need to meet with Summer. You guys need to connect ASAP.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And Marja is someone I keep running into event after event after event. And in an abundant world, you create synergy. In a scarcity world, you get scared. So I want to say Marja is the real deal. I love her.
Yes.
I think she's
she's
a beautiful spirit with the right intentions. She's welcome not only in this community, she's welcome to be a king and a queen in this community. So thank you, Marja.
Thank you, my brother. Yes, I agree. We live in a world of abundance, and I love collaborating with other people who create authors who make an impact, who make a difference. I love co-sharing stages and building events together. It makes everything so much better. Yes.
So going back to the beginning, because we're gonna do a quicker three. I just want to make sure we have a smaller group. I want to build the fact that you are actually seeing something that later may not be available for you, which is lots of time to speak. I mean, when we have 100 people in this, I think Marja and Worthy will agree, there's not time for everyone to have 1 minute, so you don't do that. So this is the beginning. This is only the second one. And Marja and Orly, I think out of all the group, would agree that when you do one thing right every day, it adds up and it adds up and adds up and it tips. And so Malcolm Gladwell is my hero. Malcolm Gladwell explains why phenomenon's happening. So I'm gonna show you a game that if you decide to play it, I promise you 1 year from now, you will be a Marja, you'll be an Orly, you'll be a a person you didn't recognize. I have people like Matt Fleming, who just got his first check for $330 for a royalty check. And a year ago, he didn't know he was going to be an author. 5 years ago, he was in the hospital for overdosing on heroin a couple times and almost dying. And we're not here just to save lives. We're here to awaken them. The reason this is a 1% club is not because we're excluding 99%. 99% don't know what it is to be awakened. And I don't say that from a standpoint of judgment. I am in a book that I'm writing for myself, which is, where are you falling short in the 1%? Are you falling short in health? Are you falling short in finance? Are you falling short in family? Wherever you're falling short, it's fixable because you can actually commit. And committing is just that little thing every day. I talked to someone today and they said, wow, if you do something bad, little bad thing every single day, in 20, 30 years, you pay for it. But if you do something good every single day, you also get that back because it actually provides all the good you actually create as a habit. How many of you have read or listened to Atomic Habits? Okay. Anyone who's not, I promise you, this is the type of channel that you want to listen to that because you understand what a habit is and why we do it. So I'm going to go into the 3 games you can play on the Smile channel. All these games will mean absolutely nothing, zero to you if you just do them one time. 99% of even 1%ers will do things one time and think it's going to create a miracle. So I'm encouraging you, all of you, to listen to people like Marja and Orly who have gone the distance. I see them all the time in 1% events. So this is the game. There are 3 games. If you go to this area here, be the guest, you can actually have people come here and sign up. You can go to your dashboard, and your dashboard allows you to have a place called Earning. Earning gives you a link. That link gives you a copy of your channel. This allows you to win in a game called Connector. So Connector is this game right here. There probably is not a site if I didn't think connecting so big a deal, but we now have in 73 days, 2 months and 13 days, we have 47 people bringing people to the site. You're talking to a person and you're talking to a community that's in its neophyte, infancy. And I've invited probably way more than 225, but I have 225 people that have identified my name as the person that brought them there. We have 47 connections, 390 connections made, and it's all 1%ers. That's the cool thing. So if you were to invite somebody using the link that I just told you about, think about this. If you get something that makes this valuable and you don't share it, you hold it. You hold it to yourself. You don't give it and you don't pay it forward. So my encouragement is every day, invite 1, 2, 3 people a day. And if only one does accept, I want you to see this for a second. This is pretty crazy.
Can you put the link in the chat?
I will. No, that link is my link. You all have your own links. So I don't want to put my link. I don't want any more people to identify me.
How do I go there then?
I just showed you. So go to your dashboard.
You have to log into your Smile channel account.
And then go to earnings and then go to copy link. That's yours. See how my name's right here?
Oh, I can't see anything. It's too small.
You can't see it? It says Ken, Dr. Smiley Roshan.
All right.
Your name will be here. It'll be Orly-Amore, probably.
Gotcha.
Okay? So I want you to see this for a second. This is this is pretty crazy to me. So if you look at this, Sean just introduced someone to the site. So it's his first one for the month. It says +1 for the month. There are 47 people here. If he happens to have one more person who's an author, a speaker, a Marja, an Orly, a Dino, that he introduces the site and they join, he slides all the way up to here. It's like someone saying to you, if you put $10 in the bank or $1 a day in the bank, I promise you the dollar doesn't matter, but all of them together do. When you give to people, which I do, I promise you, all these 225 allow me to pick up the phone and say, I have a desire to be at an event called Freedom Fest. Would you please give me a $5,000 booth for free? And they say, yes. Not because it's me, because of the person I can name that they'll call and they'll say, do it. And then what happens is I say, can you position me near the $100,000 sponsor so I'm right next to him so that all the people that go to the $100,000 sponsor look at my publishing company and say, wow, you must be important because that's the person who nominated you for this event. You feel where I'm going with this? It's association, it's positioning, it's influence, it's proximity. It's number one thing is Zig Ziglar. I mean, if I was to name anything it is, it's how do you help enough people that they say you are to be helped because you've done your job. So, Marcia, you get on all kinds of places. I know you do the same. Look at that smile. She does say that she gives so much value to people that she gets where she needs to go. And I have seen her in probably a half dozen events where, let's just say they're very, very expensive. And I'm not saying she doesn't pay for it. I'm just saying that she's so influential, her money may not be good in some of these places. Is that fair, Marcia? Okay. Thank you. So I want you to just think about this. If you brought only one person, you'd be number 48. And if you did one more person, you gave one more person the opportunity to feel what it is to be in a community that cares about each other, you slide all the way up here to number 22. And then the third day, you say, I know this person is an author and they're hurting. They don't have any type of impact that they want. Their book is fantastic. And they say, I'd love to join the site. And they join because of your link. You slide all up to here. So you get my point is in basically 27 days, you could be number 2. Yes, admittedly, I don't want to be hard to beat, but my point is I'm the model of what it is to give. I want to be that model because I want people to think that I want them to challenge me to give more. So here's the second game. Second game is the impact game.
Build connections.
Yes, exactly. And so the impact game is, this is a weird site. If you've ever been to LinkedIn, they don't rank you based on how much you're impacting the world with what you're doing on the site. We do. This is William Paul Young. William Paul Young wrote The Shack. He is in the top 10. This woman here, Beth Robbins, she has believed in what we're doing more than anyone I've ever met. She has all these episodes she's done on the site, and she's done all these books. These all have been done in the last year. Marja, 7 books in the last year. No, 8 books in the last year. And admittedly, children's books are easier, but she did do them. And she paid dearly to have the best illustrators do it. She did her first book about her mom. Then she did her second book because I said, you need a keynote book. And I'm going to have Marja speak about how important it is to have a keynote book and how important it is to have a lot of reviews. Obviously, more than 43 would be great. And if you go back to the leaderboard for a second, there's a gentleman here who will attest that he's won 3 international awards on his book. And international awards, again, Marja can attest, make a difference in how often you speak. These are amazing videos that he did, but most importantly, the site supports his 435 reviews he's received. So how many of you have heard the term all ships rise with high tide? That is the name of the game in this particular community. I've had people say, I don't have time to read 100 books. Well, do you have time to read 10 minutes of a book in a day? If I read 10 minutes of a book of Marja's book, do you think it's going to be hard for me to understand that she's giving value in her book? Let me give you an example of a testimonial I give from Marja. Marja is someone that every time I see her speak and every time I can get a hold of her book, the value of my life gets better. Period. 5 stars. Does Marja appreciate that? Yes. Do I have accuracy in what I said? Yes. Does our friendship get better? Yes. Does our impact in the world get better? Yes. Does her impact in the world get better? Yes, because I believe in her. So my point is this community is all about how do we rise together? How do we support each other? Antonio has a book coming out that is being republished by us. And I want to say this. He has a phenomenal book with a phenomenal heart. But if we don't all support him, he has the same experience as last time, which is no impact. So he's here every single time. He is doing reviews. So let's go to the third game. Third game is how much are you showing up for others? And that's called the reader game. So the reader game is rewarded by how many books you review Marja, in 73 days, we have 1,800 reviews. These are the reviews. These are the books. And if you're confused about how many books you've reviewed, you can go to your dashboard and you can say reviews I've written. These are all the 125 reviews I've written. Legitimately.
So essentially, when you join the Smile channel, you collaborate with other people to read the other author's book, and then you submit the review on the Smile channel, and then that which brings you up on the board, puts you on the board.
I would
But
say
it's
that's
collaboration, and it helps everybody out.
I don't think that's 100% accurate, Sean. I think it's a
Okay.
great. Let me tell you what's incorrect and what's correct about that. So what's incorrect is that if you just do a review, you are supporting someone you believe in. So that part's correct that you said. What's incorrect is the collaboration. If they don't know you did the review, there is no collaboration. But if you send the review to the author and say, I just want to let you know I wrote this review on Amazon, I posted it and I tagged you. Now we're collaborating. That's a higher level. Marja, would you agree that when you do a review, it's silent, but when you post it, you tag it, and then you share it with the author, it's a completely different game? Okay. I just want to say, Sean, you hit it 100% home run, but it's only a home run if you share it with the author. The author needs to
Right.
know that you care about them and you believe in them and you're willing to be a testimonial for them. I almost call that ninja reviewing because reviewing is actually passive. It's doing a review, doing your point, and getting a point on the board. But to say to Antonio, I just did a review for your book. Here's the review. Do whatever you want to with it. I tagged you on social media. If he has, let's just say, just an easy number, 1,000 friends, and he doesn't even know you, Sean, how much did Sean increase in the value of relationships in your life, Antonio?
A lot.
To
A
almost
lot.
the top, right? In the top
Yeah.
1%, probably, right?
For sure.
Isn't it ironic that we're in the 1% conversation?
A little bit.
Yeah. So when Marcia writes a review for my son, do I embrace it? Do I find that she's valuing someone I value a lot? When Orly writes a review for Dino or Dino writes a review for Tanisha, is that not increasing how we're creating community for each other?
For sure.
And how much Tanisha wants to do for Dino after Dino does that, or how much Orly wants to do that for Nancy after Nancy gives a review. Like she says, I read your review. Wow, that was so powerful. And thank you for sharing with me. What can I do for you? That's the natural conversation next, right? So the third game is the review game. My theory is if you do 1 to 2 or 3 invitations a day, it'll take less than a minute or two. If I was to invite Antonio, Sean, and Dino, or Marja, Orly, and Tanisha to the site, would you guys agree with good copy and it being intentional that it would be less than 2 minutes to invite those people? Is that about accurate? Here's how it goes. Marja, I know you're an author doing great things in the world. I happen to be part of a community called the Smile Channel, and I think you'd shine there. They all support each other. Check it out. It's a free gift. And she knows me and she knows I care about her, and she says, I'll check it out. Chance of her enrolling at free is probably over 50%, I'd say. So the issue that most people have is they don't invite people enough to opportunities, and so they don't stack their relationship capital enough. I do so many. It kind of scares me sometimes when I hear other people don't do it. I'll be on a plane. I'll actually do 400 texts to people I haven't talked to in a while. I just say, hey, I just want to see how you're doing. I'm flying from here to here, and anything I can do to help you. Dino, how many times have you gotten a plane text? So it's about.
Wait, I think that's the only text I get. But
Yeah,
good
that's
thing
the only
you're
one you
flying.
get. Yeah.
It's good that you're flying a lot though, so I get touched a lot.
Well, when you pay for my flights every time, I feel bad not texting you.
It's reciprocity.
All right. So number two, here's number two. Number two, for those of you who've not done a 10 and 10 program, and this is the last part of the program today, is I want you to think about this. This is called impact. Now, if you recall, Beth was number 9. She has this crazy number, 7,000 views with 93. So you get 930 points here So up here it says what it is. It's 1 point per like and it's 10 points per, I'm sorry, 10 points per like, 1 point per view. So here's what's crazy. This, when we get down here, we're getting 0 views. Let me ask you a question. Jess Toddfield. Does anyone know who Jess Toddfield is? Can I cut back here? Does anyone know? He's one of the most powerful media people in New York City. Phenomenal. Funny as anything. He can do a Jerry Seinfeld impersonation that would scare you that it's not him, not Jerry Seinfeld. So he is hilarious. He's someone you want on your trip, by the way, Orly. Orly, he could fill 10 cruises, not one, 10. He is that connected to speakers, podcasters, authorities. Okay. Phenomenal connection I'll make for you. Okay. It will change your life. And by the way, there's a quote by Charlie Tremendous Jones. How many know Charlie Tremendous Jones of Pennsylvania? He says, the difference between where you are today and where you'll be 5 years from now are the books you read and the people you meet. Is it agreeable that after hearing these introductions, if one person you just spent some time with them, they could say, do this, or I have a connection for you, and it could completely change your life? So this is Jess. And although he's not playing necessarily big on the site, he didn't like his video. And by the way, let me show you how easy it is. He's number 500. I want you to look at the site tomorrow. You ready for this? I want all of you to do this if you'd like. I want you to go to this and click this.
Our last final author.
And I want you to all do this. Click that. If everyone does that, that'll be 10 points times each like. And he will have 90 points extra. 90 points extra. Well, we have 10 people on the site. Is that 10? Do we have 10 on the site? On the webinar right now? So if we go back here, there he is. He's number 500. Are we in agreement? Okay, thumbs up, agreement? Yes. Okay. So he's number 500 out of 664 people. Why is that important to know where you stand in the world? Well, it's important to know where you stand because where you stand in the world is how much you're impacting the world. So we go to 500, and fortunately, he is way ahead of 664. So there's 500. I just gave him 10 points. If everyone does this, and please ask, I want to just ask, will everyone go to his page and give him a like? If you won't, it's okay. But will you give him a like tonight? Will you do it? Raise your hand if you will. Okay. I'm going to assume that we had 10 go up. That's 119. I want you to see how much he grows from 500 to 119 instead of 9. Okay. He's going to go all the way up to 119. I just want you to see how much this is changing just with 10 people on one night, just taking a minute. There it is, 119, right there. He'll be 135. He'll go from 500 to 135. Now, here's the question. If you are going somewhere in life and you have 10 doors that need to open and none of them are opening, you can't get where you want to go. But all of a sudden, 10 people here say this door is now open. And let's say it's 100 doors, but you have 10 people that open 10 doors. You're now that much closer to the 90 left. So it goes back to if you're going to do whatever you want to do in life and you read Malcolm Gladwell and you see that it takes 10,000 hours, are you committed to it? And I hope you are seeing with the Smile Channel, we are. Marcia, I'm so glad to see you here. I'm going to do everything I can to get this growing. I want to be your twin again. So this is today's.
We have twin hearts.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I love your books. I love every single thing you've done. You really are a creator, and you bring so much value in what you say to people.
Thank you. I'll say what we used to say as kids: it takes one to know one.
So we have an event. Maybe Orly and Marcia would like to help, or anyone else. But I don't know if you guys know this, but October 2nd is my ultimate mentor's birthday. It's Gandhi. Gandhi's birthday is October 2nd. And it happens to be World Smile Day, which is the irony that was it picked because of Gandhi. So we'd like to do an event in DC, but we're willing to do it wherever it's supposed to be. But we'd like to create our very first event for the Smile Channel. I don't have all the answers. I'm not an event creator. I'm an event promoter, but not an event creator. So if any of you would like to assist in helping me create anything that would be better than nothing, I would do it because you can always grow something, but you cannot grow nothing. So, good to see all of you guys. Please pay it forward. Share the fact that one a day, one introduction, one invite, one review, one like, they all make a difference if you keep doing it. Thank you. I'm going to go eat dinner. It's 9 o'clock.
Thank
Oh, by the
you.
way, Marsha, where are you calling from?
I just moved to the DC. I'm in the DMV area. I'm in Maryland.
Are you serious? What part?
Yeah, Columbia. I just moved here a month ago.
There's no way I
from
can see you. I'm in Ellicott City. There's no way we're ever going to be able to see each other.
I'm in
It's
Pasadena.
lunch date.
Do you understand that we are 10 minutes now apart, if that?
I literally I moved here a month ago. I did not even know that, and
Marja,
something
who
was just
invited
called to
Marja
my
here?
heart to come on here with.
Marja, who invited you here?
You're both invited to Norbeck Country Club for lunch.
Yes. This is
Thank you.
insane. This is what happens.
Including Sean, and shooting Sean, you're only 5
Yes.
minutes away also.
Sean's in Pasadena
Thank
and
you,
Columbia,
Dennis.
Ellicott City. Oh my gosh. Antonio, it looks like you have to move to Maryland.
We're gonna make this to happen in place.
Yes. And by the way, just so we're all clear, the geography of this Smile channel will be identified. So when anyone does a book tour or a book event, that they can actually hit the button and actually awakens the people that are 1%ers to say, we got this. You do know in any city, there's 5 people that run that city, and those 5 people typically know well, we'll say 80% of the people that need to be at your event. 5 calls is way better than 8,000. All right. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.